The Visualisation TEP of the Therapy with Energy and Process by the Swiss psychologist Vivian Rauber. Here, lesson 13, a self-process with a problem, that is, work on your own problem. It's the advanced self-help formation. If you've done the basic formation of the healing finger game, you already know me. The problem, as the symptom, is a friend who knocks on the door and says, "Hello, Vivian, pay attention. There's something that's not really corresponding you. There's something you ought to change to be really yourself and be happy." In the problem, there is deep wisdom and a seed for change. Problems and symptoms disappear when we really looked at them and when we understood their message, even if it's only unconsciously with the pictures of our soul. In the next exercise, we will have symbolic images of our soul. Our problems manifest and show in our body as sickness and tensions, and also our feelings of loneliness, fear, anger, sadness manifest in our body. As you will see, we can bring back our problems to a body symptom, because we are a unity of body, mind, and soul. I'm going to explain you first what we're going to do afterwards. To do the self-healing, the self-process with a problem. The first thing we're going to do is to bring the problem back to a body symptom. For that, we'll ask, last time you had this problem, remember. 2, how did you feel at the end? And 3, where in the body do you feel that? And 4, describe the body sensation. Once we have brought the problem back to a body symptom, we work in the same way as we work with a symptom. 1, we ask for higher help. 2, we ask for a picture of our soul. 3, we put the picture out of our energy field at 2 meters in front of us. 4, we pass a parallel breath through it to bring it a higher energy. And if and when the image has changed to something positive, we integrate it in the whole body. Prepare now paper and pens and colors to draw or paint what you see in your self-process. And we start with a parallel breath by Dr. Fritz Smith. Imagine to be able to breathe in by your hips and accompany the breath through many parallel ways all the way up until it gets out by the head and the shoulders. And when you breathe out, accompany the breath. See how it gets down through many parallel ways until it gets out by the hips. And continue with the parallel breath, breathing all the way up and all the way down when you breathe out. And especially if you're lying, but maybe also when you're sitting, breathe in up from the feet, up to the head, and down again from the head to the feet. Breathe in and bring the breath up, and breathe out all the way down. And now choose a problem you'd like to work on, and write it down. Now bring the problem back to a body symptom. Remember, last time you had this problem. How did it start? How does it continue? And how does it end? And how do you feel at the end? Do you feel lonely, fearful, frightened, angry, impotent, sad, or joyless? How do you feel? Write it down. And what's the basic message? What you say inwardly, probably unconsciously. Something like, I'm alone, I'm not loved, I'm not accepted, I'm not important, no one listens to me. What's your basic message? Write it down. And where do you feel it in your body? You will know it. You will suddenly feel a body sensation. Feel it and describe it. How is it? Now we have brought back the problem to a body symptom, and we can work the same way as we work with a body symptom. Describe the body symptom. How does it feel? Does it itch? Does it sting? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it burning? Is it numb? Or how is this body sensation? And write it down. And ask now for higher help. That could be to your higher self, to your soul, to your unconscious, to God, to Jesus, to a saint, to a guide. Who do you want to ask for higher help? And ask the higher help now to look with you at the problem, to see the problem, and to feel the feeling that accompanies the problem, and to experience the body sensation the problem provokes. And ask the higher help to help you let a picture come. This picture is probably a symbolic picture, and you don't understand at all what it means. Or sometimes our soul sends us a memory. Look what comes. Let it become very clear with colors. And look at it. Let it become so clear. And when it's clear enough that you can draw it, come back and draw the picture you got. Now put the picture out of your energy field at 2 meters in front of you. You can also put your drawing if you prefer. See the picture in front of you, and when you see it out there, pass the parallel breath through the picture to bring a higher energy into the field of the image. Breathe in through your picture in front of you and breathe out through this picture in front of you through many parallel breaths. Breathe in again through this image in front of you and breathe out through many parallel ways to bring a higher energy into the field of your image. And while you pass the parallel breath through this image, observe it. Observe if there is any change. And if there is a change, come back and draw the change. Draw a new picture. We want to add now the parallel breaths with the 5 Chinese elements that you have learned in the healing finger game. Do you remember? In the healing finger game, you learned that the right hand plays mother, the universal mother, and here with the element earth, the hand unites herself with the love, the universal love, and brings it down to the thumb, who plays the victim who feels lonely and embraces it with love so that it feels accepted and loved. Do the same now. For the element earth, you embrace your thumb with lots of love so that the thumb feels loved and knows I'm loved. And look at the picture now in front of you and visualize now how the nourishing earth rays pass through your pictures, going up through the picture in front of you at every inspiration. This parallel breath goes up through the picture. Each time, more of this nourishing earth goes up through your picture, through many parallel ways and nourishes the field of the picture and brings a higher energy to the picture. And while this energy goes through the picture, observe if there is any change in the picture. And when you see a change, come back and draw the change, draw the new picture. For the element water, you get in touch with the right hand, with the universal protection, and you bring it down to the index finger, who plays a victim of feeling frightened, and embrace the index finger now in a way so that it feels secure. And while you do that, look at the picture in front of you and let the rain pass through the picture in front of you. See how this purifying rain goes through many parallel ways through the whole picture in front of you. See how this rain purifies the picture. And while you're watching the rain pass through your picture, observe it. Observe if there is any change in the picture. And continue until you see a change. And when there is a change, come back to draw the change. Draw the new picture. For the element wood, for the middle finger, the right hand gets in touch with the universal power and brings it down to the middle finger. Embrace also your middle finger and bring him this strength and power. And while you hold your finger, look at the picture in front of you and let now the universal light beams go through the picture in front of you. And while the universal light beams go through your picture in many parallel ways, strengthening this field of the picture, observe if there is any change in your picture. And continue with the universal light beams until there is a change. And when you see a change, come back to draw the new picture. For the element metal, the ring finger, the right hand gets in touch with the universal guidance and brings it to the ring finger. Do that also so that the ring finger feels serene. And while you hold your finger, look at the picture in front of you and let the wind pass through the picture in front of you. And while the wind passes through your image, through your picture, through many parallel ways, bringing a higher energy to the field of the picture, and go on with the wind until you see a change in your picture. And when you see a change, come back to draw the new picture. For the element fire, the little finger, the right hand gets in touch with the universal joy. And brings this joy down to the little finger. And while you do it, bringing warmth and joy to your little finger, look at the picture in front of you and let now the sunbeams pass through your picture. And while the sunbeams pass through your picture, through many parallel ways, observe the picture. Observe if there is any change, and go on passing the sunbeams through your picture, bringing it a higher energy, until you can see a change, and then come back and draw the change. Which of all these parallel breaths do you like best? Only the parallel breaths, or the nurturing earth energy, or the rain, or the universal light beams, or the wind, or the sunbeam? Let those go through the picture you like best. And while this parallel breath goes through your picture, observe if there is still another change. And when there is another change, come back to draw the new picture that has changed. Do you like the last picture? If you don't like it, leave it outside and continue in the following days to pass the parallel breath. But if you like it, you can integrate it in your whole body. You integrate it first, this new picture, and you put it there where you took out the problem in that body part. Let this picture really penetrate, and maybe there are words that accompany the picture. Listen to them and let every cell see the new picture and listen to the new words, the new message. You can bring now this new picture into the whole body. Integrate it first in your head. Let the picture penetrate your brain and your whole head. Let the picture penetrate now your throat. Let every cell of your throat open up to the new picture and the new words. Bring the picture now into your shoulders and your back. Let the picture penetrate every cell so that every cell understands the new message. Bring the new picture in your whole thorax, your belly, and all your organs, the heart, the liver, the stomach, the spleen, the kidneys, the intestines, all the organs, and bring the new picture and the message now into your legs and into your feet. And feel now into your body. Which part of your body needs to see this picture once more? And bring it there, so that every cell understands the new message, so that it can manifest in your life soon. Paint the last picture on a big piece of paper and put it somewhere where you see it every day, many times. So it reminds you that you have to integrate the new picture daily until you notice a change in your daily life. It is very important to stick with this picture and integrate it until you really see a change, and not continue with other processes, because if you do that, it remains superficially and doesn't really produce any change. So really integrate until you notice a change in your daily life, and then you can continue with your self processes that follow. You can, of course, continue looking at all the demonstrations, and you find all this visualization through my homepage www.vivienneraub.com, English, YouTube, visualization, and you click on the lesson you would want to see, the underlined